Welcome along to Cruise1st TV. Smiling faces and happy holidays all round here as we take you off on exciting value-filled cruise and discovery adventures all around the world with all the major cruise lines. It's good to see you.
Yes, welcome. Now there are thousands of holiday packages to choose from, and our shows highlight the very best and take you through them step by step, taking you on board the cruise ship, taking you to the cities you'll be staying in, and then delivering an all-round holiday package at an exceptional price.
Yes, it really is that simple. You call us, we do all the arranging, leaving you to just look forward to and then go and enjoy some of the biggest holidays you could possibly imagine. This time we're featuring cruises with Norwegian Cruise Line, where their easygoing freestyle cruising takes you to some fascinating destinations.
Yes, they certainly do. How about a New York or New Orleans city break and some Caribbean cruising this winter? We have got it with two fabulous options coming your way, complete with drinks, Wi-Fi, specialty dining packages and shore excursion credits too.
Sounds good to me. The Caribbean always sounds good to me. And wait until you see their ships as well. They are stunning. Before we head to the Caribbean though, let's go to Southeast Asia next January for an 18-night discovery adventure to Thailand, Malaysia, the Philippines and more. Now you'll fly first over to Hong Kong and enjoy a 2-night hotel stay in the city.
Oh, brilliant. Love a cheeky little Hong Kong stay to start off your adventure. And also being there in January, as we know, it's just the best time really to get away, isn't it, from our part of the world. You have got lots of exciting things to explore in Hong Kong, browsing street markets in Mongkok and duck into the quiet temples hidden between all the skyscrapers, lovely lush gardens as well, the harbour, the Peak Tram. Amazing city. Then it's time to cruise on board Norwegian Jade for 12 nights, and look what you already have included. Well, you have got your premium drinks package, you've got Wi-Fi, you've got 4 specialty dining meals, and you've got your $50 shore excursions credit per stateroom per port. All of this is already included in your cruise fare, which is wonderful. So we can look at some of the different specialty restaurants that you can take advantage of here, alongside of course your regular dining, which is included. You've got Le Bistro, French fine dining, La Cucina, Italian trattoria, the Moderno Churrascaria, which is an experience in its own right, is a Brazilian steak house with tableside meat carving and a gourmet salad bar. And I have to say, when I ate there, I I was already full up on the incredible side dishes. So, I mean, as a vegetarian, so you're going to love the Churrascaria experience. They have the stop and go cards as well. With you hold them out. If you're like, no, stop, no more meat, no more meat, or more meat, please. Then you have the teppanyaki, you have the sushi bar, and again, you can use your credits here. You've got 4 of those. What about the shore excursions as well? They do a whole explorations presentation to talk you through some of the tempting excursions on offer, and you can take advantage of your credit to book those as well. And your premium drinks, this is not just regular, this is all of your top tier liquors and some cocktails included too, and all of that. And then that's your theatre, of course, full of incredible experiences overnight and during the day as well, actually. Loads of great shows. Now we're cruising out of Hong Kong, and the first port we're going to be heading into is Coron in the Philippines. I mean, look at this natural beauty. Makinik Hot Springs are a top visited spot here, and they're amazing. You can also go island hopping by boat and snorkel, which is amazing in this port. Next up, it's Puerto Princesa, and life slows right here. Nature definitely takes centre stage. Now, an excursion to do would be the underground river, where you can glide through caves carved beneath that dense rainforest. The subterranean caves are really the highlight. Kota Kinabalu's next in Malaysia, which has got markets, waterfront cafes and islands just offshore to explore, and the famous orangutans as well at the Lokkawit Wildlife Park. Yeah, you've got to visit there if you love your wildlife. Then we're into Muara in Bahrain, in Brunei. Now, a calm and sort of quite polished contrast to the rest of the itinerary. Perhaps explore the Bandar Seri Begawan, which is where you can visit water villages and grand mosques as well. Ho Chi Minh's next, and this is a place to really see the heritage of Vietnam as it was once known as Saigon, you might want to do a best of highlights tour, which will take you to the Saigon post office and the Cu Chi tunnels as well. Then we're on to Bangkok, Thailand, the capital, of course, which is fascinating. Now, what about an excursion to the Grand Palace and a canal cruise? And then you'll have a little bit of free time to explore and maybe go and head to some of the markets afterwards. Then next up, it's beautiful Koh Samui in Thailand, where you might want to head out to the Ang Thong Marine Reserve, which is a beautiful day excursion where you'll travel to some different islands and see the wild monkeys out there whilst enjoying kayaking. We're going to cruise into Singapore and disembark, where you'll have 2 nights in a hotel in the beautiful Malaysian paradise of Singapore, which is clean and vibrant and varied too, not just the luxury areas which you might be familiar with, such as Orchard Road and Raffles Hotel and all of those great things. But if you want to learn more about the traditional elements, head to the kampongs not too far outside of the city to learn about traditional life, maybe some of the lovely markets that you'll find in the different districts. Great temples too to visit. So here's an overview for you. You're flying into Hong Kong, you're enjoying some days there before you embark the Jade and head off to the beautiful Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, Vietnam, Thailand, and then finish off in Singapore. Perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of like the A to Z of the exotic, really, isn't it? I mean, if you wanted instant kind of I've travelled the world status, I think this holiday kind of gives it to you, doesn't it? It is brilliant because you get to see so much. And rather than committing, and I say this all the time, I would not commit myself, having never been, to a 2-week holiday in Thailand. Just wouldn't do it because I haven't been there before. A taster like this of not just Thailand, but Vietnam and Hong Kong and Singapore and all of these other places that you might never have been to before gives you a real feel for somewhere, doesn't it? Now, I want you to consider that the cruise, which is 12 nights of this holiday, is all-inclusive. And I mean more than all-inclusive. You've also got city stays in both Hong Kong and Singapore, either end of the cruise, and all the flights are included as well. I want you to think about what the price could be, because a lot of people do this when they're watching the channel, is they think, okay, it's a bit like The Price is Right, isn't it? Okay, so what number have you got in your head? Okay, interesting. Have a look at this. Low deposit today to lock it in. And look. If you think about the price of everything, and you think about how far away all of this is a long way away, right? But what we're doing is we're locking in a price today, which is absolutely fantastic. Every element of this is arranged and sorted and included, which I think is just so good. I mean, the cruise is so beyond all-inclusive, it is ridiculous. Your deposit today to lock this in, bearing in mind the holiday hasn't happened until, what is it, the end of January? The end of January next year. Your deposit today to get this price secured, subject to availability, I have to say, for every offer, just £199 each today. That's all you need to commit to this today. Now remember, this includes all of your flights. So the first one obviously is from the UK to Hong Kong. We've got a 2-night hotel stay included for you there. Then you've got your 12 nights on board Norwegian Jade, cruising the Philippines and Malaysia and Vietnam and Thailand and more. And here's what all-inclusive means on this. Premium drinks included from the minute you step on board and right the way through your 12-night cruise. You've got a $50 shore excursion credit per stateroom per port. So for every port you go into, you've already got $50 off your excursion, which I think is absolutely brilliant. You've got a 4-night specialty dining package, which is great. So I think there are 8 or 9 specialty dining restaurants on board. 4 of them you go and eat and it's just included, which is just great. And you've also got 150 minutes of Wi-Fi per person for you to enjoy across the cruise. Keep in touch with home, post pictures, all of that kind of stuff. The cruise ends in Singapore. We've included a 2-night hotel stay there for you as well. And of course, your flight back from Singapore back to the UK. All for this price tag, and your deposit today is just £199 each. It blows my mind, but it's what we do here at Cruise1st, and it's what we've been doing for over 2.5 decades. That is the result of our buying power. It's incredible. Here's the details. All you need to do, we've done all the hard work, all you need to do is to call us and to book it. Now you can see there are other dates available in January and February next year for the offer. Now obviously the price varies by date, so talk to the team. If you're thinking about a slightly later date or a slightly earlier date, it can absolutely happen. Not a problem whatsoever. Also, if you want to play around with the numbers of nights in Hong Kong and Singapore, again, we can do that and cost it up for you, not a problem whatsoever. So you might think, well, Singapore, I've heard so much about it. I want to be there a little bit longer. I want time to go and do, the night safari at the zoo, go and see Gardens by the Bay, go and do, there's a Universal, isn't there, at Sentosa,
Yes,
which is very close. You might want a day to do that. So you might think, actually, 2 nights is not going to be enough for me. I need 5 nights there. If your holiday time budget will stretch, then we can make it happen. Not a problem. I mean, I have to say, I could spend 3 weeks in Singapore.
Right.
I could commit to a 2-week holiday in Singapore, having never been there, because it just looks like there's a myriad of different things.
Oh, there really are. There's so many great things to do there. Now, our next Norwegian Cruise Line trip takes us to the islands of the Caribbean in November.
Now we're talking.
Yes, and a chance to explore the Big Apple and cruise in style on the Norwegian Bliss, all inclusive. This 16-night trip flies you over to New York on the 26th of November to enjoy a 3-night hotel stay. There's never a bad time to visit New York, and actually heading there at the end of November, you'll probably see the start of the Christmas lights and the big Macy's tree and things like that, the Rockefeller tree. So it'll be a great time to visit New York, as it's just starting to get festive. And the best way to enjoy New York is going off script and just doing your own thing. And honestly, you can wander from district to district. You can head over the Brooklyn Bridge, which is a great walk into Brooklyn, Williamsburg, and enjoy some fantastic diners and just that eclectic vibe. You can head on out on the Circle Line ferry and see the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island and learn about, several centuries now of heritage and, people that have emigrated. I think it's fascinating. Then it's time to cruise on board Norwegian Bliss for 12 nights. And as we said, you've got free at sea here, premium drinks package, Wi-Fi package, 4 specialty dining meals, $50 shore excursions credit per stateroom per port, on one of the most exciting, vibrant new additions to the Norwegian fleet.
I'll be at the racetrack.
Yes, you will, on this exciting Breakaway Plus class ship. There's lots of new updates here. The Horizon Park is a multi-purpose outdoor space designed for relaxation and fun on the upper deck. Games such as cornhole, giant Jenga, reclining lounge chairs, all with incredible ocean views, of course. You also have 6, 7, 8 Ocean Place. This is the heart of the ship. The atrium, which has 3 decks of non-stop action, day and night, observation lounge there as well, with 180-degree views over the ocean. And of course, the pub, the local pub, classic pub atmosphere, 24 hours a day. You can have all of your pub favourites there if you're looking for some delicious comfort food. I think this is just going to be wonderful. And remember, with your free at sea, you've got your 4 specialty dining meals included alongside what is already included, such as Food Republic, which is fusion foods from around the world, Peruvian, Japanese, Chinese, lots of choices, so something a little bit different. Cagney's Steakhouse, now even bigger with those delicious premium juicy cuts and cocktails, and teppanyaki, and again they've made that even bigger now, which is great. The Texas Smokehouse, hickory, oak and pecan smoked ribs, chicken or brisket. Wow, with authentic Texas barbecue and a modern country band. Oh, that's going to be lots of fun, isn't it? Oh, it is just such a fun ship. You've got Jersey Boys on board. I mean, this is an iconic musical. You could easily pay £70 for tickets, if you watched it in the West End. It's included for you, which is great. And so much more. There's the Cavern Club as well, and you can feel like you're in the original with a great Beatles-inspired band. We're cruising out of New York and straight into Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic for some lovely fun and relaxation. Perhaps you're going to ride the cable car up Mount Isabel de Torres for views and then cool off at the waterfalls afterwards on excursion. Of course, you've got your excursions credit to use as well. Then we're into San Juan, Puerto Rico, which is buzzing with history and definitely a little spot of attitude as well. The feeling of salsa and tango in the streets. And now you can walk Old San Juan and its forts and then enjoy some free time for rum and cocktails afterwards. Then we're off to Basseterre St. Kitts. Excursion here to do would be the scenic railway journey around the island with views of sugar plantations and coastline. I've done that one. It was so much fun. Small but dramatic island with lots of monkeys. Then it's Philipsburg and St. Martin, where two cultures converge on one island, and you've got endless options. Now, the beach hopping excursion between the calm bays, you know, we can watch planes skim over Maho Beach, would be lots of fun to do. Then it's Charlotte Amalie and St. Thomas, all about the water. It is absolutely paradisical, clear blue. Everywhere you look, your powder white sands in Magan's Bay, and you can sail or snorkel whilst you're down there. Then we are into Road Town in Tortola, which feels very relaxed and natural. Lots of quiet beaches, gentle Caribbean rhythms. You know, the steel drums will greet you as you sail in, and there's lots of great shopping right there at the terminal if you don't want to go too far. A few days at sea to enjoy the ship, and there'll be plenty to enjoy, and then we're back into New York, where you'll disembark and we will fly you back to the UK.
How good is this? I love it. I love it, because a lot of Caribbean cruises going in and out of Miami, don't they? So actually this is really nice that it goes in and out of New York, because that gives you the excuse to go to New York maybe for the first time or the 51st time. You know, you can go to New York 1,000 times, can't you, and just have a different time every time you go. Different times of the year, different parts of the city. Amazing. And I say that as someone who's never been to New York. It's so high up on the list, honestly. And I would love to combine that with, you know, this part of the Caribbean as well, which is wonderful. Very, very nice indeed. There is nothing better than cruising the Caribbean, but by doing it in the winter. The winter is the best time to go and enjoy the Caribbean. And if it's all inclusive in the deal, yes, we'll have that. Thank you very much. And look at the price. The price that you could spend easily, I would say, on New York alone. And maybe a few more nights you would get. But you know what? You could spend that on being in New York on its own. Easily. And that price there on your screen includes your flights to and from New York, with a 3-night hotel stay in the city before you have 12 nights on Norwegian Bliss in the Caribbean, of all places, enjoying premium drinks package. You recognise all the brands behind the bar. Cocktails, beers, wines, spirits, all to be enjoyed responsibly, one at a time, of course. You've got a 4-night specialty dining package to enjoy as well. There are new restaurants on board to enjoy as well, because she's just had a big makeover at the back end of last year. You've got Wi-Fi included, and you've got shore excursion credits for every port that you go into. And again, on this, your deposit today is just £199 per person. Now that is excellent value, and you can tailor this package even more just by talking to the team. If you like the idea of this New York stay and Caribbean cruise all inclusive together, this is the one, I think. Here's the details. So good, so good. I would be at this in a heartbeat, I would say, while you can lock in that price with a low deposit. And here's some food for thought as well, because I was thinking, yeah, if you've never been to New York before, when you've got 3 nights included there, you might want to add a few more. Or you might want to consider that at the back end of the cruise, within a couple of hours flight, you've got Washington, you've got Boston, you've got Philadelphia, which are all practically on the doorstep of New York as well. You might want to add a couple of nights in one of those cities, or 2 or 3 of those cities, before you actually come home. Now, the package is also on offer for other dates from this November through to next March. So again, if you want details on the prices for the other dates, just call the team on 0800 953 4700. I mean, don't get me wrong, standalone as a holiday, that's a cracker. It's an absolutely brilliant holiday, but it allows you to get the creative juices flowing and thinking of other ideas of things to do, doesn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely does. There's so much scope there for where you could visit, where you could go, and what you could add onto your trip.
And you've done New York so many times as well.
Oh, I've done that itinerary with sailing out of New York to the Caribbean and working on board. And it's one, like you said, it's the perfect time to go because you're going in the winter.
I have to come with you next time. Definitely.
Yes.
Got to be the cruise as well, though, hasn't it? Got to be the cruise. It's got to have a cruise.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. Sailing
Right.
out of 8th Street in New York, nothing quite like it past the Statue of Liberty.
Yes, that must be real magic,
Yeah.
actually. That's an experience you've got to have, haven't you? 50 things to do before you arrive at the age of ... Anyway, Let's move on swiftly. Let's not talk about age.
21.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
21 again. Our final NCL package takes us back to the Caribbean in November, and this time with a different musical city to enjoy. 11 nights, this one. Flying out first on the 26th of November to New Orleans. And you've got 3 nights here to enjoy the sounds of the city.
Yes, this is going to be epic, absolutely. Now, you have quite a temperate climate down in Louisiana, so even in November, you should get some nice sunny days and some very surprisingly warm days. Now, Bourbon Street and French Street are the place to go to enjoy live music. It's incredible. You've got to go to Café du Monde and have the beignets there. It's world famous. They are delicious. What a place. And now we're cruising on the Norwegian breakaway for 7 fabulous nights. This is going to be quite the adventure, and once again we are free at sea with your premium drinks, Wi-Fi, 4 specialty dining meals and your $50 shore excursions credit per stateroom per port. So lots already packed into your fare even before we get going. There is lots of exciting things to look forward to on board the ship, including Horizon Park, which has been added into the ship recently, multi-purpose outdoor space. You've also got the Silver Screen Bistro. Now, this is a wonderful evening theatre experience where you watch films on super comfy lounges and enjoy great snacks from Food Republic. That's going to be lots of fun. You do zip lining on board. How cool is that? Who knew you could do zip lining at sea? Now, you definitely want to enjoy some of the great theme party nights. Now, they're famous on Norwegian for their white hot party. They kind of invented the thing. And they have the glow sticks. Ooh, ooh, you've got to get up there in the disco and enjoy them. Yes, you do. Throwback 90s party, 70s dance groove party, 50s and 60s sock hop. That's my favourite one. I used to love doing that when I was cruise staff and getting dressed up. And you can absolutely, as a passenger, do it as well. Yeah, you'll just get involved, you will. How about a behind-the-scenes tour to see what happens behind the scenes in crew working areas, including exclusive access to the bridge, engine control room, main galley, laundry, and so much more. Now, we're cruising out of New Orleans, and first up, we're heading off to Cozumel. Cozumel is beautiful, and right there at the terminal, wherever you dock, several different terminals, you've got great shopping, wonderful dining, and fresh Mexican cuisine. If you don't want to head too far out, then we're into Roatan in Honduras, and running it very much at island speed with a lovely reef right off the shore. You see some of the best marine life on earth in these ports. Whether you like to scuba dive or just snorkel or maybe even glass bottom boat, you can enjoy it. Then we're into Harvest Key, which is in Belize, and it's the very own private island paradise of Norwegian, stepping off of the ship indeed into paradise and in doing exactly what you feel like doing. Everything's optional when you're on island. You can start the day with a slow coffee by the marina and then wander down the beach with lounges, swimmable water stretching out in front of you. It is incredible, honestly. There's a massive lagoon-style pool which sits at the heart of the island, perfect for floating, cooling off, settling into a shared and shaded cabana perhaps with your loved one. Now, if you want to get out there on the ocean, there's kayaking, there's paddle boarding, there's an island zip line cutting right across the lagoon. And for something calmer, maybe you're going to visit the wildlife sanctuary and browse local artisan stalls, or just find a nice sweet spot for the day under a palm tree and just think to yourself, this is the life. I'm in my own private paradise. How incredible. Oh, I love that for you. Then it's Costa Maya in Mexico. Lovely thing to do here is to hire a golf cart. They hire them right off the ship and just head into the downtown Mahahual, it's called, the old town there. And they have some sweet little spots to enjoy lunch, some fresh guacamole and a margarita perhaps, beachside. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Now, a day at sea sees us back into New Orleans, where you'll disembark and we will fly you back to the UK after this epic adventure, of course, starting off in New Orleans with a mini break and then heading out to the Western Caribbean and back into New Orleans again.
Love it. I mean, and again, you can never argue when it's the Caribbean. You just can never argue. And if it's all inclusive and the Caribbean together and a New Orleans holiday all in one, it's magical. It just needs the price to be right. And we've got the New Orleans stay and the flights and the beyond all-inclusive cruise. Have a look. This is so good, honestly. This is why I love being part of this company. Because, look, this is great news. When the price of everything is, you know, let's not even go there because we only talk about good news here. But when the price of everything is just going bananas, I mean, look at this. Look at what this offers you. We are so lucky that here within the company, what we're doing is we're buying so many people's holidays all at once. It's not like you and me individually trying to, you know, sort out a deal for ourselves. We're booking on behalf of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people globally. We are booking on behalf of, and that gives us a real edge. And that is how we can deliver prices like this. Again, today it's just a low deposit, just £199 each today, and you've locked in that price tag, which includes your flights to and from New Orleans and includes a 3-night hotel stay there as well before you cruise. And when you're on Norwegian Breakaway, first of all, you're there for a week. Secondly, you're there for a week in the Caribbean. Thirdly, you're there for a week in the Caribbean, all inclusive, including a day at Harvest Key as well, which is their private island resort. It is just absolutely brilliant. You have got your specialty dining package as well, which is great. Now, on average, your specialty dining restaurants are around about $30 to $50 per person to actually go. So for the two of you, it's great value for money for what you're enjoying. But we've included some nights of specialty dining as part of your package, which is brilliant. You've also got $50 of shore excursion credit in every port that you go to per stateroom and 150 minutes of Wi-Fi each to enjoy. So when you're on board, what I'm saying in essence is you're not dipping into your pocket for very much at all, apart from shopping, which is optional completely, spa treatments maybe. You know, it's all about treats for you because when you go to the bar, the cocktails, the glass of wine, the gin and tonic, whatever it might be, one at a time responsibly, thank you. Don't think I'd forgotten. It's included already. You've already got it. Call today with a low deposit and this is all yours. It's brilliant. Here's all the details that you need. It's so good. There are other dates for the package from this November, so you can go a little bit earlier than the date that we've got on screen, right the way through to next March, which is pretty good. And obviously the price varies by date. So if you want some of those other dates, just call the team. We'll give you the price tag. Again, you can play around with the stay as well if you want to. New Orleans, there was a Freudian slip, wasn't there, for this time of the year? You know, what you decide to do is your own business completely. But you can play around with, that sounds even more wrong the third time.
What happens on the ship stays on the ship.
Well, exactly. What happens on one of these holidays stays there. But listen, you'll have a great time one way or the other. 0800 953 4700 is the number to call. Whenever we've got a stay on one of our holidays, and sometimes it's both ends of the cruise, sometimes it's just before the cruise, sometimes it's just after. You can always talk to the team about making those stays longer. You can always decide to go off in a different direction at the end of a cruise as well. It's not a problem. Remember, we can book flights anywhere, we can book hotels anywhere, so we can make a package that is 100% just yours. You know, we can create your own NCL 500 or 550 or whatever. You know, we can do that for you.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? I mean, the options are pretty much endless, and our team are just so well versed at being able to place you exactly where you need to go and where you want to go, or offering suggestions if you're not sure. So take advantage of our experience, because we've done the legwork over all these years to find the perfect solutions for you for your holiday. Yeah, and it's a great joy to do that as well, because actually, particularly for us, because this isn't a job, we just get to sit here and talk to you about holidays. Yeah. There's nothing job about that, is there, whatsoever? But the great thing is that this year in particular, there are lots and lots of new alternatives. We're not just simply chewing the same carrot as 5 years ago, as 10 years ago, as 15 years ago. Things are changing. Itineraries are mixing up. We're getting new cities, we're getting new experiences into the mix as well. So it's forever changing. It's well worth keeping your eyes on what we're doing, because this is the year to be brave and bold with your travel plans. It's great. You have to get booking and enjoy some of these experiences. See you later.